Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason and I am your watch guy today. In the studio today I have Pagani Design's latest release, the homage to the Speedmaster Dark Side of the Moon, and I think that it is the best Speedmaster homage that they've released to date, so make sure you stick around to find out why. Firstly though, this has been sent to me by the Pagani Design AE official store on Aliexpress. I don't have to send it back, but they have no say in this video. These are all my own opinions. The link in the description is to their store, and that is an affiliate link. With all of that out of the way, let me turn this camera around and let's have a look at this watch. The first thing to mention about this piece is the colour matched pieces to the semi-skeletonized dial and the bezel. I have the yellow option and I think it's the best of the three. They also have it in a red and a blue, a teal blue. The yellow just works against the darker tones for me. The bezel isn't your usual ceramic, it is a sapphire bezel insert, and it really does make those numerals and print pop. The watch is finished nicely in this black with a brushed side and a reflective edge to differentiate the angles on this casing. Let's talk about the specifications and dimensions of this piece. It's fully 316L stainless steel with 100 meters of water resistance, a sapphire AR coated crystal, domed to give that really nice premium effect, packed with a Seiko VK63 movement. That mecha quartz chronograph mechanical-esque clickback is a sight to behold in these budget watches. Now, as you'd expect, they've used the same casing as their previous Speedy homages. 42.9mm in diameter. It is 14.2mm thick, including that bezel and crystal. Lug to lug comes in at 47.7mm, and this lug width is 20mm. A very wearable piece on wrist. We have a screw down crown with the Pagani Design logo. That is accompanied by two very plain piston style pushers. Moving to the back, it's the usual Speedy homage style case back with that comic like depiction of space. Usual information around the motif. The dial is well textured and has nice layers to it. The chapter ring acts as a minute track as well as the indices, feeding into some of the sub-dial frames. Below that we have a lovely textured dial. I believe that's in essence of mimicking the moon's surface. The quartz movement is exposed just below that textured dial. The sub-dial and chronograph hands match to this yellow aesthetic through the dial and the tachometer print. As you can see, the edges of those indices also have a yellow block at the end of them, and some of the numerals around the hour sub-dial and the marks around the 24-hour dial are also in a yellow tone to match through with that. These yellow slivers really do make this whole watch for me. They make just enough presence of themselves to accent the black in a really lovely way. The simple sword style surrounded with black handset and loom centre completes the dial along with the applied high polish Pagani Design logo and print. Let's get the lights out and have a look at this loom shot. As we may have suspected, the loom on this isn't going to be world beating. For Pagani Design, it's not bad. For £66, it's not exactly bad. There is a little bit of patchiness around that chapter ring and the indices, which is a real shame because the handset isn't bad at all. The handset is definitely much more long lasting than the rest of the dial. I think, honestly, there's nothing to write home about on this one. Unfortunately, I'd probably have to give it a 5 out of 10. It looks okay, and for the price it is. It's just not going to be anything to get excited about, unfortunately. The watch is finished with a leather style band, which again has the tones of yellow stitching and holes to accentuate the colours in the dial and the bezel. It's nicely stitched and is almost a racing style strap. Not something that would suit the moonwatch ideology, but definitely plays into the Speedmaster's racing heritage, whether Pagani meant it or not. Colour matched buckle with the Pagani Design name etched into it. Let's get a look at this on my 6¼ inch wrists. There we go. As with the previous iterations, this one fits really well to my 6¼ inch wrist and has been a really lovely watch to wear. I find this Pagani like some of my favourites Cheap, not too serious, but well put together enough for me to enjoy for an extended period of time. Obviously only giving me a micron itch to what the real deal would, but definitely a piece I've enjoyed wearing. Let's talk about the moans that I have for this watch. The pricing in the sale is very accurate for where I believe this watch sits. It's priced at £66 and I believe it's fully worth that too. The issue I have with the pricing is that it's released at £109. And don't get me wrong, if it's a British micro-round piece that have done something like this with a little bit more of their own flair, I'd be all over it. But we know exactly where Pagani sit on the market. They are a homage brand, and I don't believe this should be priced anywhere over £80. I really like the exposed movement. What I don't like are the fake screws and plates shown on the dial. I think it really does cheapen the look for me and definitely takes away from what this piece should be. Pagani are quite ambiguous with the material that they're using also, not the steel itself, but the coating of this piece, which leads me to believe that it's the cheaper PVD coat. Not that I have an issue with that, but why not list it for the consumer and make it a bit more apparent? Overall, this is a very good looking piece and in the sale, very well priced. It's going to be popular and we can all see why. Definitely one of the better models Pagani have produced over the last year and definitely something that I think we'll see them come back to in the future. So guys, tell me what you think about this latest release from Pagani Design. I imagine it's on a lot of your wish lists and I can't argue against that. I think it's a fantastic release from Pagani Design. One thing I do want to know though is what is your favourite Speedmaster homage that they have released? There's been quite a few over the last year or so and I want to know what your guys' favourite iteration is. I think for me, this might take the prize. Remember to leave a comment down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel and check out my online store that is linked in the description. Plenty of pre-owned watches that you can pick up there at a great price. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you in the next one.